Morning, welcome to my Triple M video for May 14th, 2018. My purpose with these videos is to start a conversation. You know, throughout my life, I've received specific insights from people, and a specific person said it in a specific way that just resonated with me. And my goal here is to share the insights that I've received about a given topic, and hopefully spin it in a new light that will maybe resonate with you. Or if you have a thought on the same topic, please comment, and maybe you'll spin it in a new way I hadn't thought of, or it'll spin in a way that'll maybe resonate with somebody else. And my hope is to start a specific topic conversation that will share value with others and bring value back to me. So the topic I want to talk about today is assessment. You know, in some of my previous videos I've talked about, visualizations and the power of your mind and goal setting and, consistency. But one of the videos that I think was one of my best, please go check it out, I call The Journey to the Moon. And the reason I call it that is because I visualize myself heading towards the moon, and if you can see your destination, you think you might be heading straight for it, but at a certain point you'll look up and realize you're not quite going exactly straight. So it's time to kind of pick your head up, assess where you're at, and make a course adjustment and head towards it. Now, definitely go check out that video, but one of the things that I point out is that doesn't mean that you were on a bad direction. You still got much closer to your destination, but at some point you need to make a change. And those things that you did were valuable, and they might be valuable for somebody else at their part of their journey, but at some point it's not getting you exactly where you want anymore. Now that you can see that, it's time to make an assessment. And I think that assessment is the most overlooked step in this personal development process because it's the hardest one. It's the one where we have to go, oh, I didn't do that good at something. And we have to give ourselves a gut check and realize, you know what, I could have done better at this. I didn't really achieve that. But that's the most important step. That's the most important part, not only to see what you didn't do, but to see what you did do. There's some things that were maybe working better than you even realized that you should go and be, you know what, I should be putting more time to that. It really got me a long way. And this other thing that I put all this energy into setting up, maybe it's time to be honest with myself and tell myself it wasn't actually helping at all. It might have been making things worse. So my example that I want to bring up for this is with my Miracle Morning. In a lot of my other videos I talked about a book called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, where he talks about in your morning, quickly I'll say, do your life savers, SAVERS, silence, affirmations, visualizations, exercise, reading, and scribing, or writing. And I realized at the first 5 or 6 weeks of doing this, I was pretty motivated because it was new, it was fresh, I had a bunch of fire. But then it started to get harder, of course, as I knew it would. So I decided that I would write it out. I would give myself an exact minute-to-minute way of doing it. I will do exactly this for these 5 minutes and exactly this for these 5 minutes, thinking that that would help me do better. Well, turns out it actually made me do worse, because I would start doing something and I'd be so focused on how long I was doing it that I wasn't really paying attention to doing it. It also made it so that if I got off track, I fell apart and I got discouraged, or I'd be like, I'll do better tomorrow. And here my intention was to improve myself, and it actually made things worse. And I took the time to diagram it out, I took the time to make the goals and the efforts and all this, but you know what? I had to look back, I've had to realize, assess myself, and be like, you know what? That didn't help. That made things worse. So my new plan is to make sure that I accomplish the purpose of each part of that Miracle Morning. And you know what? It's actually made it go faster because I understand that once I've reached this purpose, the purpose of this part of the morning is this. Once I've reached it, move on. Sometimes a certain part of the morning will take longer, or sometimes it'll go really quick because I reached the purpose. But I actually accomplished my goal with the Miracle Morning, and sometimes it goes quicker. So, I really wanted to share this part about it because I've been realizing how hard it is for me to go back and look. It's hard for me to assess myself. It's hard for me to be honest with myself. But I think it's where the true value comes in. And I think it's really what'll help in anything you're doing, recognize what's going good and what's going bad, and really making improvements, and then starting the cycle over, then setting new goals that are different, then setting new plans specific to the assessment that you made, and that's how you'll make new goals and new plans, which is really what will help you move forward. So please comment if you have any thoughts. Those are my thoughts for the day, and enjoy your week.